Hey everyone, it's Delusion Dispeller, Dee Dee, back again with you to chat about whatever comes to mind or comes into the chat. I don't really care. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon, and I have had nothing but stuff going wrong today. Seriously, it has been the day, let me tell you. So today I woke up, Matthew and I had some nice us time, cuddle. And then we got and we decided to start our day. Hi, Sumi. Decided to start our day, and we decided to check on some things to do. Won't get into all those details, but while we were at one of the things we needed to do, we went to leave that place, and the truck would not stay started. So we turned it on. It goes nothing. Nothing. And then turn the key again. Bam. Won't even start up. Yeah. So anyhow, we called our roadside assistance, which we get through our current place. They came and towed it. Thankfully, they let us both ride in the tow truck to the car place. Rode over there. And they looked it over and came out and said, it's a fuel thing. Fuel tank, fuel straps, fuel injector, fuel pump. It's going to cost about $780 to fix, or $740, whatever. I was like, I don't have that kind of money. He's like, well, you can get it home. We found it on the gas tank to get it going. So if you want to hit the gas tank to drive it home, why don't you try to do that? So it started up fine. We got it home. Talked to my daughter. Talked to my son-in-law. They said, well, why don't you go and see if you can apply for credit? You know, their little credit card that you have. You can pay on it monthly. They can do the repairs, and then, you know, problem solved. We went there and applied for credit. First, I applied for credit. Nada. Then Matthew applied for credit. Nope, not happening. So anyways, yeah, no vehicle. Have to call my insurance lady tomorrow. Probably take the insurance off the vehicle. Now, I could look at it one way. I could say this stinks, and it really does. It's yet another vehicle that had all kinds of issues going on. Seems to be the story of my life every time I get a vehicle, other than my Toyota Corolla, which, as you know, just went to the junkyard, RIP Toyota Corolla. But I don't have success with vehicles. I never have. I mean, yeah, maybe if I had thousands of dollars to spend on a brand new vehicle, I wouldn't have these problems quite so quickly. It would be like years down the line when I was an old lady and wouldn't care about it. But these are used vehicles. So you're going to have whatever, you know, sold by the owner type of thing. And there we go again. So there are ways to look at this as, you know, I'm really upset that once again, I'm not going to have a vehicle to drive. And on the other hand, I'm saving lots of money not having a vehicle to drive. I'm saving at least over $100, close to $300 every few months in insurance. And then there's registration and there's gas for the vehicle. So yeah, afternoon, Ducky. Hillary, I don't know if you heard the beginning of it. My truck no longer works. It has a fuel tank problem, fuel injector, fuel straps, fuel pump, fuel lines, fuel everything. Fuel thing doesn't work. So yeah, when we drove there in the truck again, and it lasted long enough to get us there and back, we found out that neither one of us qualified for their credit thing. So yeah, no vehicle, as far as I know. Haven't heard from my daughter. I don't think she has any trick up her sleeve on what we're going to do at this point. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. We were going to get our floors torn out in the room. I guess we're still tearing the floor out in that room. And then we might just buy like sheet boards to lay on the floor in there. We're going to lay down brace boards first and then hammer in the other boards just temporarily till we can actually get it all out of there and redo the whole floor. But right now, yeah, so no vehicle. No, I did not pay a lot for that truck, thankfully. No, a few hundred, I think it was. And it was obtained by my daughter and her husband. They knew somebody that had a county vehicle, and they were selling it for a few hundred, told me about it, and bam, we bought it. So, no, I didn't. So, yeah, that's Meech Meech. She's making her presence known. Aren't you, Meech? Anywho, that has been my day, running back and forth with this dumb truck, trying to figure out what the heck we're going to do. And the best thing to do is just retire it to maybe sell it for parts. I don't know. Unless my daughter and son-in-law contact me with some other brilliant idea. $740. Replacing a fuel pump is $500. Then you got labor. Then you got the fuel lines, and you got the fuel straps and fuel filter. Yeah, it's... By the time I pay the $740, I could just save up and buy a car on Craigslist for $600 something. Come here, Meech. With more problems, of course. Hiya, Meech. Just sit with me a while, will ya? Stop being so antsy. Happy Monday! Yeah, happy Monday. I did get to spend some time with Matthew. That was the happy part of Monday. But yeah, this was not enjoyable, of course. For me, it is what it is, I guess. What are you going to do? I actually sat down, and what I did do was wrote a list of things I'm thankful for. So I'm going to share that with you. But first, I'm going to tell you why I opened this chat room. Because you probably noticed my clickbaity title, which I don't remember what it was. But anyway, the clickbaity title had something to do with because I can, or because they say I can, or something. All right, hold off. Hold up a minute. All right, so my clickbaity title. Oh, Matthew's not here. Matthew's at work. Matthew can ride his bike to work. Matthew can walk to work. Matthew can take a bus to work. So no problems with any of that. And of course, I work from home. So no problem with that either. Only problem is doing laundry. That's the only issue, really. And getting to visit people, relatives, children, whatever. I mean, a vehicle is not a need for us anymore. Really, till the winter. And then it would be nice to have a vehicle instead of Matthew having to ride his bike on the ice. But if we have to, we have to. We'll do what we got to do. We did the last time we had no vehicle for 2 years and a year. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Yeah, hand washing. I know. That's why I wear very thin shirts, very thin pants when I can. I know that I have to wash them by hand a lot of times. So I just wear thin ones. I'll show you what I have on today if you want to see. Even if you don't want to see, I'll show you anyway. I have these fancy pants on. And this cute little shirt. Yeah, I know I got a belly. Oh, well, what are you going to do? There you go, Meech. There's your spot. Okay. Oh, yeah, and my butt. This is for you, person that left the nasty comments on my channel. Since you need to mention my behind. There you go. All right. Thank you, Duckster. Mine, too. A washer is cheap. I can't have a washer. It wouldn't matter if I had one or not. I don't have a hookup for a washer. Gretchen, have you watched any of my flood videos at all? I live half in a shed and half in a house with floors torn up and all that kind of stuff. Maybe you didn't know all that. No, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't think you did. That's the only reason I asked. I didn't mean to sound snotty or anything. I was just asking literally to ask. Sometimes on here, people misconstrue what people say or the tone, and I don't mean to sound like I'm being mean. That's not at all what I was saying. I wish I could just... That's okay, Lisa. That's all right. Yeah, I don't have a 280 hookup or 220, I think it is, hookup. Okay, good. I just didn't want you to think I was being snotty, because I'm not like that. Not usually, anyway. It's not my heart now, anyhow. I'm not trying to be a snot. All right. Anyways. So, I just wanted to tell you about the title of my video here. I was just talking to Analyzer. Told her I was going to go online. I don't see where she is. She's not in here, so I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to write her and let her know I'm online. She wanted me to let her know anyway. A 220 hookup is whatever type of electricity you need to plug the big plug into the wall for your washing machine. I also don't have good enough water to wash clothes with. Remember, my water is filled with iron. That's the thing about me. People say I'm a scammer and I'm an e-beggar and I'm a phony, but my story never changes, if you notice. I've been saying from the get-go about the flood, the mold, the house, the floor's torn up, the washing machine doesn't have the right hookup. I've never changed any of that in my story of my life. Why? Because it hasn't changed. Because I'm not a liar. Because I don't make up stuff for views. Any views I get is because most of the time people think I'm genuine and I tell the truth. But certain people want to try to accuse me of stuff that just isn't true. So you're barking up the wrong tree, people. You need to find some real scammers and liars, because I'm not one. I am not the one you're looking for. Hold on, I'm trying to see what's going on here on my phone. Yeah, the electric hookup. That's what it is. Exactly. Okay, let me see what the heck because my YouTube says I can. So yeah, that's what my title was. So what does that mean? I've been accused of being an e-beggar again. Professional e-beggar here. I might get a t-shirt that says shameless e-beggar. And then on the back it'll say deal with it. Or maybe internet says I can or something like that. I don't know. I haven't decided. My brother-in-law does make t-shirts, so I might do it. I really might. Then I'll come on and wear it. We'll see. Oh, who do you think? Check my comments. The one that left the most comments on my videos, that'll be the one that said it. And you'll see that I replied to almost every one of their comments. The ones I did not delete. Because the ones I deleted started talking about my friend, and I didn't appreciate that, and I don't want her name dragged through the mud anymore. Not good, Martha. My truck is no longer working. Here's the truth, y'all. When I got the truck, it had a whole bunch of stuff wrong with it. We found that out like right away when we took it in, because when I would put it in park, it would roll backwards and forwards. We didn't come online and mention it because basically we didn't want to be accused of e-begging again or making up stories to get views or subscribers or whatever. So we haven't told anybody anything about it. I have a whole list of stuff wrong with that truck that I didn't know about until I took it in for it rolling in backwards and forwards. And they told me that day. It's going to cost over $1,000 whatever to get it fixed. Just like the car, same thing. So I didn't say anything on YouTube at all. So now I'm telling you the truth that I kept from you all this time. I knew there were things wrong with it. I took it to my son-in-law. He said, just drive it till it won't drive anymore. So, more like what's right with it. Again, fuel pump, fuel injector, fuel filter, fuel lines, fuel straps. That's what's wrong with it. Just some things that are wrong with it. Everything's wrong with the fuel thing. The fuel pump, fuel tank, fuel injector, fuel straps, fuel lines. All of it. It's all shot to. So, yeah, everything's wrong with it. That could be wrong with it, apparently. Along with all the other stuff that's wrong with it, which, of course, we were told, oh, it drives fine. It drives like a dream. It's wonderful. They didn't know, I guess. My daughter didn't know. My son-in-law didn't know. They assumed they could believe the people that had it, since it was a county vehicle, and it had very few miles on it. Oh, well, what are you going to do? I'm not going to have a vehicle, I guess. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did, Sue. I'm sure it was on the big list of problems. Yeah, that along with a whole 2 pages of other problems. That's why my son-in-law said just drive it till it doesn't drive anymore. It's what his father said, who's a mechanic, and that's what he said. So we drove it till it didn't drive anymore. And now it doesn't drive. Well, it drives, but we never know if it's going to conk out, basically. Yeah, I know. Yeah, cars are cars. Vehicles are vehicles. What are you going to do? So I could come on and I could e-bag and I could say, donate to my GoFundMe for a vehicle. But frankly, I'm just tired of it. I'm really tired of it. I really don't personally need a vehicle, except, like I said, for laundry, maybe for grocery shopping, maybe not even for that. I don't know. I could always look up John and ask him to take me grocery shopping once a week or once a month. It's more frustrating than scary to me, seriously. But anyway, what I came on to talk to you about, which I keep diverting, is the fact that people are allowed to have GoFundMes. People are allowed to get PayPal. People are allowed to come on and use clickbaity titles. In fact, YouTube encourages it. And I encourage this person that likes to post nasty comments into my comment section to look up something called video influencers and sit and watch a few episodes of it. They will teach you how to make money on YouTube. Hey, Making Lemonade, how are you? They want you to make money. They want you to ask for money. Heck, they even have no problem with you begging for money. Why? Because it makes them money. It brings them attention. It gets the news about, hey, there's a YouTube channel thing or YouTube forum here or whatever, and you should come and join and sign up for a YouTube account. They like that. They encourage it. And I, person in my comments, I happen to be a salesperson. So I know how to sell things, and I shamelessly will sell things if I choose to. However, when I ask for money, that's because I have a need, or maybe a want sometimes, but usually a need. In this case, the only time that I've ever asked for money that I can recall was for a hot water tank, which I needed. Matthew's at work, and Matthew can ride his bike in the winter or take a bus. He's fine. It was for a hot water tank or hot water heater, help repairing the floors or building the shed into a little small house. And one other thing, what was it? Oh, putting the walls in the shed. Each one of those things was a bona fide need. And if you watched my YouTube channel, when One Love came here, a person from YouTube that all of you know, or most of you know, she saw that everything we were talking about was legitimately true. We didn't make it up. It's not a story. It's not a fairy tale. Why do they have a report option for clickbait? Clickbait, what I mean by clickbait is when you say, this is what the channel is about, and you don't mention anything about what your title said. I'm talking about legit clickbait, like, here's what it's about, and then I talk about it. That's legit clickbait. I baited you to come here and listen to me talk about what I'm actually going to talk about that's in the title. That's what I meant. Legit clickbait, they want that. No, clickbait saying, Sue sells seashells, and you open it up and there's absolutely nothing about seashells. They're talking about a construction site down on 3rd and 5th Avenue. And that's clickbait. That means they baited you, reeled you in, and didn't give you what you came for. That's clickbait. They hate that. Because that's deceit. That's deceptive and a lie. I'm not a liar. And this person in my comments can say what they want about me. I don't lie. Everything I've told you is legit. I know that's hard to believe on a YouTube channel because there is a lot of lying that goes on here and a lot of deception. I don't happen to be one of those people that lies. I really don't. I have not lied about anything I've told you. Nothing. So I don't know if this person is jealous of me, just wants to see me destroyed, or what their deal is. But as I've said so many times, and I shall reiterate, only God and YouTube will get me off of here. That's just how it is. They've called me a narcissist, called me a liar, an e-beggar, a scammer. I can't think of some of the other names they've called me or things they've said. Oh, I belittle my husband. That's the other thing. Yeah, I belittle Matthew. I guarantee you, Matthew is feisty enough that if he felt constantly belittled by me, he would call me on it, number one, and he probably would be out of here, number two. He's not one to put up with that. We have a very good relationship. I'm sorry, commenter, that you have an issue with my husband and my relationship. That's your issue, not ours. You don't know how our relationship is. Last I checked, you weren't in our house or on our property or anywhere around us to know our relationship other than what we've shared with you. And we have a very good relationship. And in the areas that we struggle, we have a therapist for that. You're not our marriage counselor, so we're really not worried about what you think. All right, so that's that. What, Meech? What, Meech? What do you need, Meech? Yes, I know. There's a lot of jealous people. So that's all I came on to say. That's what my title was about. I e-beg because I can. I talk about my struggles because that's what I do, because that's what I have done on YouTube for a while. I also talk about helping people break free from control freaks, like this person is trying to do to me in my comments. And again, I ask this person in my comments, what is your point of being here? What are you hoping I do? That will never make sense to me. Maybe because I might be autistic. I don't know. But it's like you come on and you say this stuff. Are you wanting me to cry? Are you wanting me to get angry? What do you want? My house is whatever it is. I'm happy not because of the house. I'm just happy because I choose to be happy. Today I'm feeling frustrated because I'm choosing to be frustrated. Because I feel a little cheated, to be honest with you. I really do. I feel cheated. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm really not. It's not their fault. It's just the circumstances, and it stinks. Because I really did like my truck. I was pretty happy with it. Maybe not. Maybe all is not lost. I don't know. But right now it feels darn much like that. I don't know where Analyzer is. I did invite her in here. Right. It's better than being homeless. I wanted to read you my thankfulness list. Hang on. Let me get it. Grab my list. There. Okay, so I wanted to write down what I'm thankful for, and I did this in the midst of all this stuff breaking loose. All this craziness with the truck and stuff. There you are. Hey. Okay, so I'm thankful for a bicycle. Thankful I have a bicycle, and Matthew has a bicycle. To ride to our appointments that are not far from here. To ride to the store to get stuff when we need to. I'm thankful for my air conditioners. Some people don't have air conditioners right now. And it is downright hot here in Illinois. Let me tell you the part I live in. I'm thankful I have an air conditioner in here and air conditioners out in the house. All right. I am thankful for a bus that I can take to appointments that I can't ride my bike to. Thankful for having bus tokens that I get when I go to see my counselor. We get free bus tokens. I'm thankful for food to eat. We haven't ever been without food, and God is so good to provide that for us. Thankful for my 3 cats. I love my kitties. They are my constant companions, the loves of my life, and I just enjoy them so much. I'm thankful for all of you, my YouTube family, friends, acquaintances, and yes, even the darn naysayers in the comment section, because they keep me hopping. They keep me, what's the word? They keep making me use my voice. I am thankful for any material items I have. I have electricity, have lights and lamps in my house. I have floors. They may not be much, but I can walk on them and not fall through them, which is nice. Thankful for my little bridge outside. Um, I'm thankful for my bed, my pillows, my covers, my blankets. When I'm tired, I get to go out there and lay down in a bed. Some people are laying by the side of the road tonight. Some people are laying in a cardboard box tonight. I have a bedroom, even if it's not much, even if it's in a shed. I have a roof over my head that the little squirrelies run across. It's kind of cute. And I have walls up in the couple of rooms that I have. And I have a bed. And I have a cute little table with fancy stuff on it that makes me feel real feminine. I love it. I'm blessed. And I have those nice shelves I got from my neighbors with the curly Q iron thingies on them. I don't know what they're called, the rails or whatever. I love it. I'm happy. I'm blessed. We got another little shelf that I have next to my bed now, and Matthew got my shelf near his bed. I have so many material items. I'm super blessed. I have a refrigerator that keeps food cold and a freezer that's actually freezing my food now. So it's so nice and so wonderful. I have a stove that works. It's not the best. I need to clean it, but it works and I can cook on it. And you've seen me cook on it. I have, yeah, Michelle, can you unblock Hillary if you want to or whatever? I have a microwave that works. I have an exercise ball. I have bookshelves and shelves for, yeah, park bench. Yeah, you could be laying on a park bench. I have shelves with canned goods and books and stuff I can read and things I can do. I have cell phones. I have a computer. I don't know a lot of people around here that have computers, to be honest with you. A lot of them can't afford them. Some people do, but not very many. I have people that like me. I have people that love me, online and off. I have friends and acquaintances, like I said. I have medical insurance. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. And it's kept me alive, so I'm thankful for that. I have a husband who loves me and that I love very much, and a relationship to work on. Some people want a relationship and don't have that. Some people are being abused by their husband or their boyfriend and wish they had a happy relationship. I've been there and done that. Thankfully, this time I have. Oh, thank you. I love you too, Martha, and your husband. Thankfully, I have a husband now that, yeah, we got our problems, but we're both working on them and we're willing to work on them. We got in a little fight the other day. Matthew grabbed my hand and walked me into the house. We sat on the bed facing each other, and I wouldn't even look at him. I was so upset. And then finally I looked up at him, and we talked, and we worked it out. We have communication. I'm thankful that I can communicate with this man. He can communicate with me. We both are really thinking that I may have a form of autism. I'm not sure. I'm almost hoping I do, because it would explain a lot of crazy stuff in my life that went on, because I'm so out of the box and not a conformist. And I would not doubt that something caused me to be that way. I don't know. My psychotherapist from years ago said I have petit mal seizures, that my brain doesn't always get the right messages and I don't always make sense of things. Sometimes I don't make sense. But I'm thankful that I've had a really colorful, interesting life. It hasn't been boring, I can tell you that. I'm thankful for my 4 daughters, and I've showed you pictures of them, so you know they're real and actual, and they look like me, so you really can't deny that. And I had wonderful years with those daughters, and I had some hard years with those daughters, but nonetheless, I got to bring them into this world for the world to enjoy them and for them to enjoy a life in this world. And I have 2 grandchildren, my grandson, Keegan, and my granddaughter, Madison, who I love very dearly. I don't see them a lot, but I have them in this world. I have a beautiful yard. It's huge. I can't keep up on it. It's overgrown with weeds in places, and it's hard to keep it mowed. We can pay somebody to mow it, but honestly, the winter's right around the corner, so why, you know? Hi, Arginus Barreto. I have a job. Again, a lot of people want my job. They want to be a tutor and work from home. For whatever reason, God opened that door for me, and I walked through it, and I've enjoyed it. I actually just did a survey for the company, letting them know what I think could be improved, letting them know what I love about the company, and that was enjoyable for me to actually have a voice to do that. I have more things that are going good for me that I'm thankful for than things that I am upset or resentful about. If I don't have a vehicle, I don't have a vehicle. Yes, it's frustrating. I can't hop in the car or the truck and go and do my laundry. It's frustrating. I'll have to do some by hand. Oh well. It's not like I haven't done it before all along. I just know to buy clothes or have clothes that are thin so that they're easy to wash. Hi, Arjunus. We said hello, I think, or I did anyway. I'm thankful for all my students all over the world, my Brazilian students, my Saudi Arabian students, my Turkish students, all of my students, that they trust me enough to speak into their lives, to teach them English, to be their friend online. There's so much I have, guys. You know, honestly, a new sofa, new used, but still in really good condition, that we got from a yard sale for cheap was wonderful. So I'm really thankful, and I just wanted to share that because I could get really down and bummed out about the whole situation, but it's not like we haven't been in this situation before without a car. When I first married Matthew, we were without a car for 2 years and we survived. Then we were without a car for a year and survived. If this time in my life, this chapter in my life book, is for me not to have a car and maybe ride my bike more, maybe walk more, take a bus, maybe there's somebody on the bus I'm meant to talk to and meet, I don't know. Only God knows. And when this all started happening today, I was getting really upset. I was lashing out and I was becoming very angry and frustrated and resentful. And then I thought, wait a minute. What do I always tell my daughter, Amber? It's a drop in the bucket of life. But instead of a bucket, I was picturing a book. It's a chapter in the book of life. Just because this is my chapter now doesn't mean when we turn the pages, a few pages from now, there won't be a different chapter, a different story being written. God is writing the story of my life. I'm just living it out. So I just closed my eyes and I said, Father, I don't know what's going on here. I know we're not going to be able to come up with $700 something. And Lord knows I ain't going to e-beg for it because that would make this person in my comments have something else to talk about. It's really not worth even coming on and asking for the money for it. God will provide at this point. I mean, if you want to send money, that's fine. You can send it to PayPal. Y'all know that. It's all in my About section, just like everybody's About section that has a PayPal. You can donate if you want. I'm not asking for that. I'm just telling you how I handled it this time. I just decided, well, okay, then I'm not meant to have a car right now or a vehicle right now. That's a door that closed, and there is another door that will open. The happy thing is I don't need a vehicle to get to work because I work from home. All I need is the money to pay my bill for my internet, and we have that. Matthew's working hard. I'm working hard. Together we're paying our bills. We're getting stuff done. We're keeping our rent paid up so that we can own this place. So it is what it is. I'm just going to take it in stride and say, okay, God, I'm just going through the book and letting you write it out, you know, and live in it. I'm not in charge. I stopped being in charge back when I accepted him and said, okay, you're my Father, you're my Savior, you're my Lord, you're my guide, my creator, my sustainer, and everything to me. So I just threw my hands up and said, you know what, take this day. I'm not sure I really want it. You just do what you want with it, and I'll go through. Yes, it will be a blessing when I have no rent to pay anymore. It will. And then maybe that'll give me extra money to bless somebody else and pay it forward, maybe. I hope so. But yeah, I know the naysayers are going to naysay because that's what they do. And they're going to keep on commenting and whatever. And I could block them. I could delete them. And sometimes I do. But sometimes I just want to answer and say, no, that's not how it is. Or, okay, whatever you say. Think what you want. Whatever. Like I said, I'm not going to have all the rant type videos like I did before because I'm pretty content right now. And I'm going to hopefully continue to be content the rest of my living days on this earth. I'm healthy. As far as I know, I don't have any illnesses in my body. I'm not in a hospital struggling to breathe, or my heart isn't beating well, or things like that. I'm doing well. I'm blessed with health. A lot of people, even on here, are not blessed with health. That's a blessing. Every day you wake up and you can put your feet on the floor and feel that floor is a blessing. Some people don't have legs. Some people can put their feet on the floor and not feel their feet because they have phlebitis or whatever it's called. I think it is phlebitis. And their legs are so swollen they can barely walk on them. Right. Just because someone works doesn't mean they're not struggling. Exactly. That's why some people work, because they are struggling. I'm just thankful for what I have, and I'm going to continue to be thankful for what I have. I have pretty clothes. They may not be, creme de la creme of whatever those huge stores are where rich people shop, but I love my clothes. I love the fact that my clothes fit me well, and that I'm losing weight and fitting into them better, and that they're pretty colors and they complement my complexion and my face, and I'm just thankful for everything. Okay, please don't say those kind of words in here. You can ask questions without being crass, Sarah O'Reilly. You don't have to use crass language in my room. You know the rules. There's 3 simple rules anymore. No cussing, no perversion, no threats. And what you said was perverted, so I had to delete your comment. So try again. We can have conversations and disagree, but we don't have to be crass or violent, threatening, or mean. I'm not going to have that. Analyzer was in here a minute ago. She may be lurking about and not wanting to type into the room, and that's okay. She's not feeling well. She's not feeling well at all. She's got probably bronchitis and can't get anybody to take her to the doctor, which really stinks. And I'm sorry that that's the case. It's just unfair. Yeah, exactly, Duckster. People have it a lot worse than we do. We can complain all we want, but there's always somebody that is really struggling. So we just have to have the right attitude about it. It is hard. I miss me. Michi's sitting right here listening to me. I'm so happy that I have Michi too. I know I told her that too, but I guess they don't have cabs or something around her, or maybe she doesn't have the money for one. I don't know. I'm concerned about her. I hope she gets to the doctor soon, or a clinic or something. I'm thankful for Michi though, because anytime Matthew and I are having problems, if she's around, she will climb up and sit on my chest or his chest and just kind of let us pet her to comfort us. She knows. She can tell. If there's something going on, she can tell. She's a very sensitive cat. Hi, being me. So anyway, that's all I really came on to say. I was just wanting to share my Thanksgiving with y'all and let you know the update on what was going on. Well, Duckster, cats don't really take a lot of care. They need a litter box and food and water. That's pretty much it. You feed them once a day or twice a day. Twice a day. My kitty is your internet kitty. That's cool. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. Matthew's at work. What's going on with y'all? Do tell. I'm going to read something quick while you type in and tell me what's going on with you guys. Thank you, being me. Nothing much there? Okay. Yeah, you should get yourself a kitty. Just get one kitty cat. Hey, Gloria has her cat, Vivi. Or is it Vivi? I always forget how to say her cat's name. But she has a cat, and she takes care of it, and she works. You can get a cat, Duckster. Try it. Get a little kitten or something. Raise it up the way you want to. Carry it close to your chest so it turns out like a Mimi or a Carmine that like to be cuddled and held. And don't scratch at you when you try to pet them. Get a little kitten. And then you'll learn how to take care of the kitty, gradually, and you'll see how much food it eats and stuff like that. My daughter didn't really say anything about it other than told me to try to get the credit thing, and I didn't qualify. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Duckster. Cats really don't mind that, though, like a dog does. You can't really do that with a dog and be fair to them, but a cat, that's different. Cats, we've left our cats a few days at a time. Just put a bunch of food out, litter, water, and they're fine. It doesn't hurt them any, honestly. Now, if you're going to be gone for weeks, then obviously you have somebody check on them and stuff. Buy a reborn baby. It's not the same. I don't think, anyway. I guess if you have a good imagination, maybe. But kitties are the way to go, in my opinion, if you're like just a person in a home and you're kind of lonely. They really do take care of themselves. They're very independent creatures. Don't you, Meech? She's sitting right next to me, almost right on the computer. I think birds are messy. Very messy. I had lots of birds. $500? Wow. That's how much those reborns cost? That's quite a hefty price. I am going to get off of here at about 7-ish, maybe sooner. I don't know. Because I'm going to try to get a couple hours in of work, tutoring. No snakes. Well, I mean, if you're into snakes, okay, but not me. No snakes for me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Sue Me has them, I guess. Are they that expensive, Sue? Really? $500? Nisa. My beach me. Wow. Sue Me is a rich one then, I guess. Yeah, settle for a kitty. Go to a shelter, get yourself a baby kitty. And you can make videos and make money when you do your kitty videos. Then you can save up your money and buy a reborn. A fleet of cats. A fleet. That's funny. Never heard of them called a fleet. Cats are awesome, though. I've always had cats in my adult years. I had birds when I was growing up, though. I think I had birds in my first marriage too. We had some finches, parakeets, but parakeets die so easily. It's really sad when you lose a pet. Kitties seem to live a long time. Yeah, I had 30 cats at one point in my first marriage because my ex-husband did not believe in getting them spayed and neutered and taking them to the vet and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, 30. Yep, we would take in strays and they would mate with the other cats and have more babies, and yeah. Being me, that's funny. Yeah, it was a lot of cats, and it was not always a pleasant situation because the cats would get hurt or killed, and I hated it. And I said I would never, ever do that again. It just was cruel. It was cruel to keep that many animals. It really was. But what happens is you grow to love them so much, and each one has a name and a personality, and you get attached, you know. But it wasn't fair to the cats and the kittens. So when I got out of that situation, I said I would not do it again. I was going to make sure I could take good care of them and know where they were, you know, and not have so many I couldn't keep track of them. Yeah, it was very sad. If I could turn back time, you know. I didn't know my ex-husband was a narcissist and didn't care about that stuff, but he didn't. He grew up on a farm and he was taught that animals were to be killed, animals died all the time, you don't attach yourself to them, you have no feelings for animals. So he didn't have the feelings for our animals that I had. Now the cat that my daughter left behind, he has bonded with that cat. That's like his cat now. So as he's gotten older, some of that not caring thing was dispensed of. Are you assuming that I didn't do anything? HMM? Did you live back then in my life? Actually, the one thing I did do was divorce his butt because I refused to live like that anymore. Ooh, yeah, they do have big beaks. You're right, Dugster. Trust me, I was the town crier, the boat rocker, the earth shaker. I always reported stuff like that. But as always, or as usual, the authorities don't want to get involved in that. There isn't much they can do about it. What are they going to do? No, not after 20-something years. I dealt with it when it happened at the time and put my foot down and said, nope, no more cats. Man, we gave some away. We gave a lot of them away. We found them homes and stuff. It didn't take me 20 years to live with 30 cats to do that. No, that was only for like, I guess, a year or something. And then I realized this dude isn't going to stop this from happening, and this is not fair to these cats. And I don't want my kids seeing kittens be killed accidentally and having their father say, oh, well, you got other ones. So no, I did stop it. I didn't allow it to continue. You can say but, Hillary. He's not a bad person. He just was not husband material. And he's still the father of my children. And he actually was pretty good with my kids. And is pretty good. That's where Amber went to live. And although she did pick up some of the narcissism, like the I want to talk at you and don't care what's going on with you, mom type thing, even though, like Matthew was talking to me about this today, he still made sure she had what she needed. He made sure she got 2 doctors. He made sure she got the care she needed the few years that she lived with him. Now, she was like 15, 16, 17 when she lived with her dad. And when I could not handle him anymore and kind of checked out and became an internet junkie, he was there for those kids. So he wasn't a total pig monster. He really wasn't a pig monster. He was a guy that was abused by his own dad that then didn't know that abuse was wrong. He thought that was the way you raised children and animals. So he perpetuated what was done to him. Similar to Matthew's situation. And a lot of people's, really. Hello, Miss Mystery. You're welcome here as long as you abide by my 3 rules. And I think by now you know what they are. No cussing, no threats, no perversion. That's all. Anything else you want to say, you are free to say it. Or ask it. I know you have a lot on your mind and lots of stuff you wonder about me and lots of accusations you want to hurl at me. Most of which are grossly exaggerated and untrue, but go for it, whatever. If you're in here, you're leaving someone else alone. No, narcissists don't know right from wrong, Hillary. They know what they were taught. They don't have a concept of it being wrong letting children have ear infections and not taking them to the doctor. They figure they know as good as the doctor does. You know, oh, doc's just going to tell you they got the flu. And then I wouldn't bring them into the doctor because he wouldn't let me have the car to take them in. And then I'd take them in and they'd say, why didn't you get these kids here earlier? And I'd say, because my husband won't let me have the car. And they said, then you call somebody and you bring them in. These kids have roaring red ear infections. And if you don't start bringing them here, whether your husband tells you to or not, we're going to call the authorities on you and you both will get your kids taken away. Hi, Lasuro, or Isuru, sorry. I'm okay. So I had to make a decision and I had to stand up to him a lot. And my whole marriage was basically fighting him on the idea that you can't just let kids be sick without taking them to the doctor. You can't let animals die without, taking them to the vet and spaying and neutering them and doing what you need to do. It was hard. It was not a fun marriage at times, seriously. But yes, I did put my foot down and I did deal with it. But when you can only deal with it so much because the person isn't going to change, that's when you say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to do this anymore. Especially when someone holds up their hand to you and says, I ought to knock your head off. That's when you check out and say, bye. Right, Michi? Yeah, she agrees. Michi? What, Michi? They don't want your tail up in their face, Michi. Why did I stay with him so long? Same reason a lot of people do. The children. Not knowing that I could support myself. Not believing in myself enough to try to support myself. I was not the independent person you see here today back then. I felt dependent on him. I believed that you submit to your husband no matter what. And that's what the church taught that I went to. So that's what I did. And I believed God was going to miraculously change him and change everything. And one day he would love me and love those children and love those animals and be a sweet and loving Prince Charming that I thought I married. And it never happened. It wasn't until, hey, Rad Story. It wasn't until I went to college that I finally got the guts up to start looking at my life and realizing this wasn't the end of my story that I wanted. Me too. But it was hard because I was leaving everything I knew for 13 years. Yep. And actually, when I finally did divorce him, you have to realize my daughters were much, much older. And I wanted to wait till they were old enough to understand what was happening. And I tried to stick it out as long as I could. And then finally, when he said he ought to knock my head off, that was it. I was like, this man can become violent. If he'll threaten it, he'll do it. So I was done. Done. And yes, Miss Mystery, you made a comment in my comment section about running off with a guy that kissed good, an old man. Yes, I did that. And I'm glad I did that because you know what? That was the only way I could get out of there. That man told me that I was worthy of being treated right. And he told me that I didn't have to put up with being abused. So I'm thankful he was there. Kudos to Don, wherever he is. Hi, Lee. He might be dead by now. I don't know. He was pretty old. I took Amber with me. Randy did not want to come with me. She wanted to stay with her dad because she was dating her boyfriend. And she was afraid that if we lived in a shelter together, she would not see her boyfriend. So only Amber came with me. And Amber was 10 at the time, I believe. Okay, Duck. Enjoy your grocery shopping. Anna and I did not get along, even back then, so she didn't come with me, wanted nothing to do with me. In fact, she was shouting when I was taking Amber, shouting, "You're not taking Amber. You can leave. We don't want you here anyway, but you're not taking our sister." And my husband at the time said, "No, let her take her. We'll work this out later. Just let her go. Let him go." So he didn't fight me, and my friend Don was waiting across the street in case he started anything. Now, I don't know what Don could have done because he is a big, heavy-set old man, and I don't think he could have really done much. But he wanted me to know that if he starts anything with you, you just get on the phone and let me know, and I'll be over there. Okay. But nothing happened. I just took Amber by the hand, and she was crying and said, "Mommy, please don't make me choose between you and Daddy. This is what I always feared. I didn't want to be a statistic, Mommy." And I felt heartbroken, and I was sad over it, and I had to choose to leave. It was time, and I did. It was the day before Easter, and that was hard because we were a family that celebrated every holiday, and I knew this would be one holiday we wouldn't be together, and never again after that. Well, I won't say never again. A few years after that. Once we got everything settled with the courts and I got fully divorced and everything, and we learned that we did not have to part with anger and vengeance towards each other. We both went through a parenting class, a day of a parenting thing. We learned that we weren't going to turn the kids against each other. Now, my ex still says stuff against me. I really don't say much against him other than he's a narcissist, and that pretty much sums up everything anyways. And I will always say that he is because he is, and he was diagnosed as one by our counselor. So, Miss Mystery, you can think what you want. He was diagnosed. So, there you go. His father was a narcissist. He was a narcissist. That's to say the least of what went on. That's true, being me. It definitely taught me how I didn't want to be treated by a man and what I would not tolerate, what that straw that breaks the camel's back would be, which is why you've seen me fight with Matthew. Sometimes if I feel like that kind of treatment is coming back at me, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say something about it, and I'm not going to be like, "Oh, it's okay, you can treat me however you want," just like he does with me. We try to treat each other the way we want to be treated, but sometimes our little issues get in there. And we have our problems, and you've seen those unfold because we let you see those unfold because we want you to know that, hey, it's okay. You can fight, you can scream and yell, but you get back together and you communicate and you work things out. It's healthy for people to know that that's reality. Reality is not what you're seeing in the media of people, just acting and pretending everything's just hunky-dory and so romantic and blissful. You know, there's bills to pay, there's people that y'all don't like, and it's reality, it's the world, it's life, the nitty-gritty. Where'd Miss Mystery go? I thought they wanted to unfold all this truth about me and accusations. Sheesh. I was all ready too. Oh well. It's all right. I guess those were the only 2 comments they had. I kind of feel like that story in the Bible, woman, where are thine accusers? Thank you, being me. I appreciate that. Matthew wants nothing to do with YouTube. He said he's not coming back on here unless he's like nearby when I'm filming and he feels like getting on. He's not doing any more videos. No more uploads. No more lives. Nothing. He doesn't want anything to do with it. It just stressed him out to the point where he's just done. You okay, Meech? You all right? That was quite a jump you did there. Are you wanting to go out? Hang on, I'm going to let Meechie out. She's acting like she wants to go out the door for a while. You want to go outside, Meechie? Let's go out. There you go, bro. Harvey's just over here enjoying himself on the suitcase like he was over there. Good going, Meech. Matthew won't be home until 9. 9:00. Being me, you're funny. Those witty zingers, she has to take time. She likes to take time to think up. Witty zingers. That's funny. Anyway, what else shall we talk about? I don't know. I'm running out of stuff. So if you guys have something you want to discuss. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. So much junk here I need to clean off. Oh, I did another cooking in the kitchen live the other day. You'll just have to find it. I made some blueberry waffles. Okay. See you later, Sue. Yep, go enjoy your day. My day's ending, thankfully, because this wasn't the happiest bunch of moments in my life. But oh well. Yeah, they were very yummy, the blueberry waffles. They were made with oat flour and very tasty. Hey, Carly, everything's good. How's everything with you? Well, it's not really good, but it's going to be good. What's new? Aw, thanks, Bean Me. Oh, man. Hey, Martha, whatever happened to your screen name on YouTube? I know you usually use Tim's. Did you just, like, exit out and decide to just use your husband's? Oh, that's okay, Lisa. Cool. Yeah, everybody's good. Matthew's at work. The cats, well, Mimi's outside. Carmi's sleeping over on the suitcase. And Teddy's in the closet, like Teddy likes to be in the closet. He always puts himself in this little corner of the closet. He loves being there. So he comes out to eat, use the litter box, and goes back in the closet. Whew. Not really into what? Into YouTube, you mean? Martha? Okay, that's fine, Duxter. Oh, man. I'm sleepy. Okay. I swear my phone has a mind of its own lately. Yeah, amen for that. Thank the Lord indeed. Okay, being me. Enjoy your dinner. Oh, you don't do your own channel. No, I meant you don't usually come in as Martha. You come in as Tim. I mean, in the name. But I thought you used to have a Martha name, if I remember right. Oh, I don't know, Carly. I really don't know anymore. I guess you'd have to go ask the people involved, like Diane, Analyzer. I don't know why people are mean. I couldn't answer that for you. I wish I could. If I could, then maybe I could stop him from doing it. From what I understood, Diane didn't feel she was being mean, but Analyzer did feel she was being mean. But I think they came to some type of understanding last I checked. I didn't make anything tonight, Lee. I didn't make any dinner. All you missed was that my truck isn't working and that it takes $740 to fix it. And ain't nobody got that kind of money. Nobody wants to invest that kind of money. So I'm back to not having a vehicle as far as I know. Okay, so you've always come into the room as Tim Dar, Martha? Oh, yes, Lee. Well, Carly, those weren't really crocodile tears. She was actually genuinely crying. Usually you say crocodile tears when someone's faking it. Well, Lee, everything to do with the fuel pump, the fuel line, the fuel straps, the fuel filter, $740 of fuel issues going on. It's whatever. I'm just accepting it. I'm freezing up. Am I freezing up on everybody's end there? It could just be this computer. Who knows? This is my old computer, so. My other one's out in the shower, so I don't feel like going and getting it. Carly, I'm not sure Lisa addressed that to you. She was just talking in general. That she didn't want to discuss it. Yeah, I know. I didn't have it for that long. That's true. Yeah, there's no point in going there. We're friends, so there's nothing to discuss about that. Most of the issues in that situation are because people can't let things go, or they were hurt by what happened. But she's moved on. She's gotten help. She's getting help. That's all that matters. Oh, okay, Martha, no problem. I just wondered. Yeah. Well, I mean, Lee, it's been everybody's business. We all know that, but it's old business. It's been dealt with as much as it's going to get dealt with. And the person that needed to get help is getting help. That's all that matters. I just never will understand people that say, you know, these criminals and people that do bad things and whatever, they're mentally ill, they're sickos, they need help, or they need to go through therapy, or they need to go get help. And then when they do, people don't accept them back. They just keep seeing them through those same eyes. So what is there really redemption in people's minds? That's what I wonder. I've heard all my life about, well, that person has mental illness, or that person is a sicko, or whatever, and they just need to go to jail and get help. And then they do. And then everybody still sees them like that. Like I said, just through the old eyes. Like they can never change, they can never improve. Then is there really redemption and restoration in people's lives? Do we really believe that counselors restore people or help restore people? It's fine. It's still my life. It's just people giving opinions. I don't really have much to say anyway, so until somebody else says something. I know, Carly. I listen to those shows too. Right now, I'm more concerned about my friend's health than any of this stuff. She's very sick. She needs to be at a doctor or a medical place getting some help. And she isn't able to because she has no way to drive herself because she's that sick. That's what matters right now. Yeah, everybody has their opinions and their hang-ups and whatever, their perceptions. And people are going to think what they're going to think. You're not going to change somebody's mind all the time, you know. You can try, you can have a voice and say what you have to say, but people are not going to always agree with you. People are not always going to change the way they feel. And that's okay because people are individuals. Thank you, Carly. No, it's fine, Duxter. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing today, Gloria? Are you feeling better? I know you were kind of down for the count for a while, too. A lot of people getting sick. Okay, Lisa. I appreciate that, Carly. I'm sorry to hear about my truck, too. Good night, Duxter. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I know. You're working fast food or something, aren't you? I know what that's like. I owned a restaurant for 9 months. And I also worked in many fast food restaurants, and it is exhausting. Oh, my truck, the fuel stuff, the fuel tank, the fuel filter, the fuel strap, the fuel gauge, the fuel whatever has to do with fuel something went $740 to repair it. And yeah, by the time I raise $740 or earn it, I can just buy myself another vehicle on Craigslist. Yeah. You know vehicles. I know you've had your share of fun with the whole vehicle thing. Thankfully, everything we need is pretty much close to us other than a laundromat. I'm kind of bummed because they keep putting stupid stuff up, like building things. Like they put in a store, we're getting all excited. Oh, maybe it's a laundromat. Nope, it's a mattress store. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Carly. And they put dumb stuff up. And it's like, we need a laundromat here. We got a lot of people that don't have cars. They need to go do their clothes. Build us a laundromat. Why do you keep putting in mattress stores and gas stations? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Hey, Marie. How are you? Just some things don't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, I got 15 minutes and then I'm getting off of here and going and doing some tutoring, y'all. Just letting you know. Make a little bit of money today. Why not? Got nothing else to do. Matthew won't be home until 9, so I might as well. I know what you're saying, Glow. Yeah, mattress stores. We were all waiting eagerly to see, and we were watching it be built and stuff. Like, they put in an Olive Garden here. We're like, why? There's like fast food restaurants all over here, but I guess they wanted a fancier, more expensive restaurant. So sure enough, up went the Olive Garden. Bunch of gas stations. Now a mattress store, and it's like, where is the darn laundromat? The laundromats are like way up the hill, way in another town. There's nothing near here. Yeah, another mattress store and pizza place. Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's craziness. Carly, because the truck is a county vehicle, and even though, yes, I just got it, it used county vehicle that they used for like construction sites and stuff. It has a little thing on the top of it, like a little light. Yeah, it's that kind of vehicle. So it wasn't new or anything when I got it. I don't usually buy new vehicles because I can't afford them. We knew stuff was wrong with it, but my son-in-law said he could fix it, and then he said just drive it till it can't drive anymore. And so we did, and it came. So there you go. Who are buying all these mattresses? Well, we were going to buy one, but then we ended up getting a different bed and a different mattress, so it was okay. Yes, I know about Craigslist. Believe me, I've been screwed over by Craigslist more than once. With a refrigerator that I still have sitting in here that's extra that I don't need. Well, it drives. If it stays started, Gloria. Thank you, Marie. It's actually a truck, but thanks. It just doesn't stay started because of the fuel thing. They said if you hit on the gas tank, it'll start up again, which it did when the guy at the shop hit on it. But he said eventually it's just going to poop out if you don't get it replaced. Yeah, Carly. Find a new one. If he's a narcissist, you really don't need him back. I don't care how bad you miss him. You don't need to be treated like that. Find a new one. There's plenty of guys out there. Hit the dating channels, dating lines. Don't stick with a narcissist. It's not worth it. Really, Marie? Wow. We got that in common, huh? The mattresses. We can ask about it, Lee. I don't think it's that kind of arrangement, but because I think it was a personal person that owned it, but I don't know how that all goes. It's really not worth repairing because that's not all that's wrong with it, we found out. The first time we took it in because when I would park it, it would roll forward and backward. It was just a loose washer, but they did a whole diagnostic on it, and it was like 2 pages long of stuff wrong with this vehicle. So yeah, it's not worth it. If it was worth it, I would repair it, but it's really not worth it. I don't know. I guess my daughter thought it was like some special deal or, you know, a great thing for us, but it's not like we paid top dollar either. It was only a few hundred, but still. Still frustrating nonetheless. Yeah, it is. It's okay though. I'm counting my blessings and thankful for what I do have, and just moving on, you know. It's not like I haven't been here before. When it's time in God's plan, it'll happen, you know. Meanwhile, I thank God for what I do have, which is a lot more than a lot of people have, like I said. Thank you, Carly. I know, brainstorming, I know. Yeah, we've already tried the whole high school auto shop. They get things from like professional places for the kids to work on. We did that with our last vehicle, called up all the high schools, and they said, no, not interested. It is good brainstorming, though. It might just be like where you live, if the high schools do that or not, but they don't around here. Too many liabilities, I guess. What the heck? Freaking flies flying at me. Hi, Mommy Mars. That sounds good, Glow. I actually went into a live last night. Brian St. John, I think, is that his name? Had, and all my little friends were there. Analyzer was there, and oh, what's her name was there? I want to think. Begin with an H. What the heck is her name now? Can't think. Not Hillary. I can't remember, but it was interesting to see everybody in the same room, and they actually were kind of getting along, so I was pretty happy. Okay, Carly, whatever you say. Oh, sorry, Mommy Mars. It's not going well for you at your new camp. I got 5 minutes, y'all, and then I'm going to close this down. Hey, Sweetweed, how are you doing? Oh, I might need to watch Shimmer's video. I haven't seen it. I didn't know she did another one. Thanks for telling me. And that's okay. A lot of people don't like BSJ. He always treats me decently, so I don't have an issue with him. Everybody doesn't like everybody else the same way. That's just human nature. And they have their reasons, you know. I like who I like, and nobody's going to tell me not to like them. I'm my own person. I can make my own mind up. Thanks, Hill. Tomorrow is our day. Today was supposed to be his day, but it kind of ended up being our day because of the dumb truck. And then he said, the heck with it. I'm just going to go to work. He was just going to take the day off. It was his day off. He decided to go into work anyway. He just wanted to get away from all this mess. All the frustrations of the day. I don't blame him. Me too. That's why I'm in a tutor. That's why I came on live too. I thought, I'll just sit here and chat with my friends a while until it's time to tutor, and I'll get off and do some tutoring, and before then Matthew will be home before too long. And then tomorrow is our day. Monday's his day, Tuesday's our day. Wednesday's a work day, Thursday's a work day. Friday is a work day. And then Saturday's my day off because of the Sabbath till sundown. Sunday is going to start being church day maybe. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm repeating myself 50 zillion times, but I'm going to repeat it again. Mommy Mars, the fuel tank, the fuel injector, the fuel filter, the fuel straps, and the fuel lines. Me too, Hill. No, it's okay. I just told you. Yeah, Matthew loves his job, and he's good at his job, and they love him there. Two more minutes, and the live will go bye-bye. Then y'all can carry on with your evening. Yeah, it's all right, Mommy. I've learned to take a lot of stuff in stride. I was real upset at first, and then I just said, well, God, this is the chapter in the book right now. We'll see how you write it out, you know? I'm just riding on the pages, see where it goes next. That's all I can do. Can't change it by whining or complaining. It's got to deal with it. Accept it. Accept it or fight it. And if you fight, it hurts more. I know, Carly, you always remind us of that. And you're always true to your word. I have to say that about you. At least you know your mood changes and you admit it. And I'll keep handling you the same way I do. You too, Hill. Talk to you soon. Yeah, we're all cool. Mommy Mars, we've been at peace for a while now. That's true, Glow. Meds do help. Some people, they don't do a thing for me. In fact, they make things worse for me. But talk therapy has helped me a lot. And EMDR has helped Matthew a lot. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get off of here, and I'm going to go and tutor for a while, and then I will probably venture into some rooms and visit them later on. But you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time I feel like coming online. God bless everybody. Bye, Glow. Bye, everybody. Night.